get into GoGuardian, you will have to click on and access Clever. Double click on the icon. Once Clever opens, you will be greeted with a preparatory CS, Math, Sci, and Tech, and you click Log in with Google. Once you're signed into the Clever portal, you need to scroll all the way down and select GoGuardian. If you've never used GoGuardian, you will have to scroll all the way down, check the box, and then click Accept. You will have to do that a second time. Notice you don't have any active classes to start. That is because you need to accept them from PowerSchool. You can see that on the left where it says Pending. Click on Pending and notice that you will have several classes waiting for you. To add the classes, click Accept on each one. Once all classes are added, you can go back to Active. Now you will see your roster of classes that are ready to go. You can either start the class, you can change the duration of the class, or you can set your chat settings. To make more changes, click on Settings and then Edit Class. Notice you cannot change the class name. That comes over from PowerSchool. You can set your subject. You can give the class a more friendly name if you'd like. In this case, we'll just do 101.1. You can change the color of the class. This will help you to identify each class by a color. You can set a scene here, but we'll cover that later. And then you can click Update Classroom. If you go back to Classrooms at the top, notice now that this class is green and the friendly name is 101.1. Click Start Class to begin. Once your classroom is launched, you will notice all of your students in this main window. Now, I only have one student that I'm working with. The first thing we'll do is see how you can interact directly with a single student. Notice that right here is a preview of the student screen. And if I start to move my mouse and I open a tab on the student's computer, you will see that open up. And if I go to a website, you will notice that website opening on the screen. Now from here, notice that I can see that the student is in fact online. I don't have chat enabled for this. And if I click the three dots, there are some quick actions I can take on the student. I can lock their station, I can open a tab, and I can exclude the student. This we'll talk about later. If I double click on this student, now I can see everything a little bit bigger. On the right hand side, I can see what tabs are open. So you see the active tab, and then you can see the other tab. If the student is on a website that I don't want them to be on, I can simply click the close button, and now that tab has been closed. If I want to make an announcement to the student, I can click here. Again, if I want to exclude, I can do that here. If I want to open a new tab for the student, I can click Open New Tab. And if I put in www.apple.com and click Open Tab, that tab will now open on the student's website or on the student's laptop. This is great if I want to keep my student focused. If there's a website that I want them to go to and maybe they're having a hard time getting to it, I can click Open New Tab and send them right to that website. If I want to lock their device, I can click the lock button. With that, I can send a message. It says stay on task, and then click lock screen. Now the student sees a browsing disabled notice on their screen with the message that says stay on task. Now I know you can't see that because you're seeing it from the teacher view. To unlock the student, you can then click unlock device. Now you can see their screen. If the student is doing something that you would like to capture in a screenshot, you can click screenshot and it will take a screenshot. There's also an annotate feature where you can, it's more of a pointer than it is an annotation. So in other words, I can say to the student, on your web page, click here. And when I click there, the student will see this highlight that shows up on their screen and says, oh, this is where I'm supposed to click. Finish using this tool, you can click close. To exit this view, click the X. If you need to extend the time of your class, you can come up to the top where it says update time, select it, select how long you want to extend it for. And if you click on any one of these, you will see the new time, the new end time reflected below. And then you click update session. From here, you'll see the amount of minutes remaining. When you want to end your class, you click end session and then end session again.